क्या आप एक माँ हैं या माँ बनने वाली हैं? क्या आप अपना ब्लड ग्रुप जानते हैं? क्या आप जानते हैं कि भारत में 5 से 10% महिलाओं का ब्लड ग्रुप नेगेटिव होता है? जैसे कि ए नेगेटिव, बी नेगेटिव, ओ नेगेटिव या ए बी नेगेटिव। तो अगर आपका ब्लड ग्रुप नेगेटिव है और आपके बच्चे का ब्लड ग्रुप पॉजिटिव है, तो डॉक्टरों का ऐसा मानना है कि अगले बच्चे में कुछ कॉम्प्लिकेशंस हो सकती, पर घबराने की जरूरत नहीं है। इसका एक समाधान है जो आपके बच्चे को सुरक्षित रखता है। तो अपने डॉक्टर से सलाह लीजिए और अपने आज और आने वाले कल का ख्याल रखिए। धन्यवाद।
भारत सीरम्स एंड वैक्सीन्स लिमिटेड और मैनकाइंड फार्मा लिमिटेड द्वारा जनहित में जारी।
Hello and welcome to the special video on Revsportz. I am Snehasis Mukherjee, and today the Vadodara leg of WPL 2026 is about to begin, and in the first game of the Vadodara leg, RCB, the unbeaten team so far in the league, RCB are taking on Gujarat Giants, the third ranked team as of now in the points table. But in this video we are going to discuss about Gujarat Giants and their over dependency on the overseas players. I think ahead of the season, when me and Tushadi were discussing, were analyzing the strength, weakness, opportunity and threats of Gujarat Giants, I think we both pointed out that the overseas players are going to be key for their success. And if you see by now, after 4 games, they have won 2 games. They started the campaign with 2 back-to-back narrow wins, I will say, one 10-run win over UP Warriors and then that close 4-run win over Delhi Capitals. And then they have suffered now 2 back-to-back defeats, and now suddenly there are a lot of questions. But if you see the pattern, in both of their wins, their overseas players done well. In the first game, it was Georgia Wareham. Her all-round brilliance was there with the bat, with the ball, and she was the player of the match. And then in the second game, Sophie Devine, what a knock it was. She was very close to scoring that first ever WPL 100, but yeah, unfortunately missed out on 95. But yeah, again, she was named the player of the match. But if you see the next 2 games where their overseas players have struggled a little bit, and then you can see the result, they have lost those 2 games. So let's go by player. First of all, let's go with the skipper Ashleigh Gardner. I think Ashleigh Gardner started the campaign very well, especially with the bat, 2 back-to-back blistering knocks in the first 2 games. But again, in the last 2 games, she has failed with the bat. With the ball, I think she has seriously underbowled herself, only managed to take 1 wicket so far. I think the matchup thing is playing a bigger role here. If you see the post-match, post-match presentation talk, when she was asked that question, why didn't she bowl Harmanpreet Kaur during the MI clash, she clearly mentioned that the matchup thing was there. I haven't done really good against her on previous occasions. That is why I didn't go and took the responsibility. But for me, it was it didn't go that well. I expected better from skipper Ashleigh Gardner, and the quality all-rounder she is, I expected better. So I think with the ball, I think she has not done well this season so far in 4 games. With the bat, she started the campaign well, but again in last 2 games she failed. Then Sophie Devine, I think she has been fantastic with the ball. 8 wickets in 4 games, joint 3rd highest wicket taker so far, and she has been fantastic. We all remembered, I think, that over against DC, defending 6 runs, defending 6 runs in the last over. I think she was superb. But with the bat, again, just like Ashleigh Gardner, she started the campaign with 2 fantastic knocks. As I already mentioned, that 95 run against DC, but again in the last 2 games she has failed. So she has failed to give that start to Gigi. Her opening partner Beth Mooney, lot of expectation was there. She was one of the 2 retained members of this side along with Ashleigh Gardner, but Beth Mooney has been not performing according to her potential. What potential? We all know that Beth Mooney, what kind of a player she is, but I think with the bat she has not managed to come up good so far. Every time she is getting starts 13, 15, 20s, 30s, but she is not converting those. I think that is the problem, and that is why opening slot has suddenly become a problem for them in the last 2 games. What was looking good at least in the first 2 games, because of Sophie Devine. But now Sophie Devine and Beth Mooney are not scoring big runs. Now it has become a problem going into this Vadodara leg. Even as a wicketkeeper also, I think that not scoring runs with the bat, I think, is impacting Beth Mooney, the wicketkeeper also. I think behind the stumps also, I think she has fumbled a lot that you don't generally see Beth Mooney doing, but yeah, it has happened. So let's see how she start this Vadodara leg, both as a batter and wicketkeeper. And now another overseas players, I think you have to talk about Georgia Wareham. Again, as I mentioned earlier, that in the first game it was her all-round brilliance that with the bat, crucial runs in the back end of the innings. I think she batted around, I think at a strike rate of 270 if I'm not wrong, and then I think 2 wickets. Then with the ball, including those 2 wickets, she has managed only 3 wickets so far. So I think with the ball she could have done better. With the bat she came good with another good knock, I think around 40s or something, 43 around. But again, not so much from her, because if you see the bowling lineup of Gujarat Giants, there are mainly Indians bowling, Indian options, right? With the ball you have Renuka Singh Thakur, Kashvi Gautam is there, but both of them has not been that much consistent. When it comes to spinners, the main 2 spinners for Gigi are Ashleigh Gardner and Georgia Wareham. Ashleigh Gardner, as I mentioned earlier, that she has underbowled herself. So again, for Georgia Wareham, then the role becomes more bigger, but she has not performed consistently. The other options, Tanuja Kanwar and Rajeshwari Gaikwad, I think their skipper Ashleigh Gardner has failed to utilize them so far. There were some stages where both of them could have been used better according to the situation, according to the different opposition in all the 4 games, but Ashleigh Gardner has not done it. So I think a lot of questions going forward into this Vadodara leg for Gigi, and to start off this leg against the unbeaten team, 4 wins out of 4 for RCB, and the way the team has been performing is superb. As a team, as a unit, they are performing. Several players are stepping up when situation needed. So I think RCB is high on confidence and they will look to continue their perfect run. But can Gigi ruin that perfect run and come back into winning ways? That remains to be seen, and that is the big question going forward to today's clash. Let's see what happens. All eyes will be at the Kotambi Stadium later today in evening. Till then, take care, and if you like the video, please share and subscribe the channel. Till then, take care and goodbye.
क्या आप एक माँ हैं या माँ बनने वाली हैं? क्या आप अपना ब्लड ग्रुप जानते हैं? क्या आप जानते हैं कि भारत में 5 से 10% महिलाओं का ब्लड ग्रुप नेगेटिव होता है? जैसे कि A नेगेटिव, B नेगेटिव, O नेगेटिव या AB नेगेटिव। तो अगर आपका ब्लड ग्रुप नेगेटिव है और आपके बच्चे का ब्लड ग्रुप पॉजिटिव है, तो डॉक्टरों का ऐसा मानना है कि अगले बच्चे में कुछ कॉम्प्लिकेशंस हो सकती, पर घबराने की जरूरत नहीं है। इसका एक समाधान है जो आपके बच्चे को सुरक्षित रखता है। तो अपने डॉक्टर से सलाह लीजिए और अपने आज और आने वाले कल का ख्याल रखिए। धन्यवाद।
भारत सीरम्स एंड वैक्सीन्स लिमिटेड और मैनकाइंड फार्मा लिमिटेड द्वारा जनहित में जारी।